Was good, YouTube? It's your boy DuviReacts. We back here with another reaction video. It's an educational video. This video is how to most likely never run out of things to say. I mean, who would never want to run out of things to say? You know what I mean? You know, talking to your crush, you know, you would always want to have a conversation with them at all times, or in a job interview, or in anything in life, you know? Maybe this video was maybe sent to you by God. All right, guys, you ready? Let's get into this.
Have you ever felt stuck in a conversation, like you've backed yourself into a corner and now you have nothing to say, and then you just sit there in awkward silence, thinking so hard everyone can hear you? Probably. As someone who used to have really bad anxiety, I hated this. So I learned 3 ways that I can get out of these kinds of situations. And I want to show them to you and how they really work when I want to meet someone new or make a conversation fun, and why sometimes there's absolutely nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes there really isn't nothing you can really do. Just what it is, you know?
Oh Lord, it's good to be here with you, Mr. O'Brien.
We've all been there. I certainly have. You're at a new workplace or a new class and you find yourself left in the room with someone you only kind of know. You introduce each other. Great. Now what? Before I did anything else, I focused on trying to be comfortable in that awkward silence, and I did, slowly, because I realized that silence wasn't going to kill me like it would if I was a YouTube video. I don't know about you, but I can remember a lot of the embarrassing stuff that I did in the past. But when I try to remember times where I was silent and it was awkward, it never really stuck with me. In my opinion, life is too short to be worrying about that awkward silence that happens from time to time, but that still doesn't take away from the fact that sometimes conversations got dry or boring. I found myself in a lot of dry or boring conversations. So I needed a way out of them. There's 3 ways I changed so that conversations flowed better. What if I told you that even when I didn't think so, there was actually so much to say in response to even the tiniest of sentences? Sounds crazy, right? But when you think about it, people say things and they don't say the entire thing. They don't give a book's worth of context behind their words. Heck, they might not even know entirely what they're talking about. So how did I listen to what they said like an English teacher reading a book? You get extra points if you guessed it right. It's active listening. But how and why? Why not stop the conversation from being boring before it becomes boring? The moment I started listening to people with presence and properly, I saw that my brain started to ask a lot more questions automatically. But what does that look like? I cut my hand on Sunday while working on a car. When I was paying attention and had some level of genuine interest, statements like this had heaps of questions behind them. What kind of car? Is it your car? How'd you cut it? Can I see it? Do you work on cars? On Sunday? Does that happen often? Did it hurt? Now, am I saying the secret to conversation was learning about cars? Yes. No. If I did nothing, knew nothing, and didn't want to know anything, conversations would be about as dry as a snail on the Utah salt flat. Also, I probably won't make any friends.
It is true. It is true. You always got to make sure you find a circle that you know, fits your personality. You can't just hop in a crazy circle, you know. Like, let's say you're a gamer. You know, you can't talk about you know, Barbie dolls and stuff with girls. You know what I mean? It's just like different stuff like that. You know what I mean? Stuff like that, you know.
I didn't waste my time wondering about what I should do. I just did things that I found interesting. Be it cars, sports, going on hikes, learning about psychology. Of course, it didn't really hurt to do things that a lot of people like doing.
I mean, it's always good to like learn about new things so you can tell people, you know, stuff about stuff, you know, new things and stuff.
But sometimes when I felt like something really resonated with me, I did that too. So what am I saying? To have more fun and interesting conversations and develop my personality using interests? Yeah. For this last point, I have a really interesting question. What do you think counts as a stupid question? Was it the one I just asked, or was it one I've asked before? I personally believe that as long as you're genuinely curious about something and ask it respectfully, you're just wanting to learn. And in that case, no question is stupid, because you're being brave and humble enough to want to know more. How can wanting to know more be stupid? Of course, we can ask silly questions for the sake of being funny, but that's for another time. Sometimes, when I sense a conversation's getting a little dry, I'd ask questions like, how tall are you? Or, do you mow the lawn? out of genuine curiosity. These might seem like some ridiculous questions, but 9 times out of 10, people are more than happy to answer these kinds of questions, especially about themselves. And most of the time, they made conversations go in a completely different direction, and nearly always led to a fun and interesting topic. These things are important because it helped me paint a better picture of them so I can have a conversation go naturally and get to know them better. Maybe I'd find out that they like basketball, or that they've never actually used a lawnmower before. Who knows? There's something really important that I need to talk about. I realize that sometimes no matter what I do, this will never work. But why not? Well, it's as simple as being comfortable with the fact that sometimes people are not great conversationalists themselves, and sometimes maybe they're not even interested in talking. So I found it's okay to let go when I needed to. Maybe it was an uninterested date or someone I just didn't click with at a party. It's okay, and it's not such a big deal as I might have thought. Just don't water a dead plant, I told myself. Well, that's what I did, and it seemed to work for me. If you're interested in learning about just a brief crash course about...
Okay, guys, that was a pretty cool educational video. I enjoyed it. I mean, it was pretty cool, I guess. Anyways, guys, make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe, and turn on your notifications because I upload daily. Make sure you guys tune in. All right. Peace.